Surfside Live. Come to Surfside.
And we're here, Surfside Live. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video because I'm tired of not seeing you guys subscribe. So anyway,
I'm subscribed and I like.
Right here we have a dear friend of mine, a very talented fellow indeed, Dillan Welch from the band Super Nothing, based out of the 603.
Super Nothing.
Dillan is an absolute New Hampshire legend.
In Wolfboro only.
Yeah, well, Surfside, you're a legend. Wolfboro, maybe even Moultonboro.
Yeah.
You're like a Lakes region legend.
And it's not even on purpose.
I don't think anyone would do that on purpose.
I mean, it's fun because it's like we're always near water somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's not an ocean.
Yeah,
like when we're playing music, it's a very odd.
It's always lake-ish.
That's fine with me.
Yep.
I enjoy the 6 months or 4 months of lake and
it's 4 months.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
4 months.
8 months of the shit outside.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. This has been in my memory here. I've been in the state of New Hampshire since like 2009, and this winter, hands down, the worst, the snowiest, the coldest, definitely the coldest.
It's not over yet,
and it is not over yet.
Monday, baby.
Yeah, we had we get like 5 inches last night.
Between 2 and
That's
6.
What she said.
It's plowable snow.
Yes, it is.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
They don't even give.
Yeah.
They don't give lengths anymore of what it's supposed to be.
What channel are you watching? So,
oh boy.
So, I want to give everybody a little background on how I know you, how we know each other. It's kind of a fun story, and I like telling it.
I like telling it too.
So, I've been doing live music at Surfside since 2014. It was like a year after I started in 2013. And long story short, I booked the Movement to come play. They were doing a reggae festival in Vermont, and I was just seeing this on Facebook, I guess, and I was like, well, I have a restaurant. I'd love to do something outside in the parking lot. Like, I'll hit them up and see if it's, plausible. And it was. And they, they basically stopped by on their way to this reggae festival the next day, and we had the Movement play. And this was literally my first ever music related anything at the restaurant ever. Like, it was an ice cream shop, and we had nothing but an empty parking lot and some picnic tables with umbrellas sticking out of them. And the Movement came, and they ended up hitting traffic on the way up. Like, I think a couple of guys flew in for the reggae thing in Vermont. So like, they were picking them up at the airport. They were in like bike week traffic and stuff. So we're waiting on their arrival, and Dillan was one of the probably 35 people that even heard about this show.
Yeah.
You have to understand, this is the old, the very old version of the new version of the Movement. Like, they were a 3-piece again, and they did not have the following that they have now. Obviously, they're a massive band now, and back in those days, we were fortunate enough to get them. And Dillan saw my Facebook post, I presume, and he showed up at Surfside, which was then Flurry's. And he's like, dude, I could play for you. Like,
I just happen to have my guitar.
He happened to have his guitar. So first time I ever meet him, he walks up to me. He's like, I heard they're late. I can play. So I'm thinking, like, here's this kid that is going to absolutely suck, and I'm not going to put this out. Like, this is my first ever music thing. So I was like, can you show me, like, can you play something for me? So I remember we ran upstairs, which was then just like an office stock room type thing.
Black and white checkerboard flooring.
Oh, those were the good old days. Dude. So like, Dillan busts out his guitar and he just starts playing some Sublime song, and I stopped him after like 6 seconds, 7 seconds, and I was like, Stop. I'm like, you're great. Go do it. I was blown away by how like just like you have a wonderful singing voice. You play this genre so perfectly. And that was
early too.
That was very early. But you've always had it, dude.
Yeah.
Like you've always had that ability.
It's years of figuring it out and doing it a bunch.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect. Yeah.
So Dillan, with all of the artists we've had Jacob Noel from Sublime. We've had Long Beach Sub All Stars. We've had so many massive names at Surfside, and like Dillan is the very first person to ever play music at Flurry's, which is now Surfside.
One of my first paid gigs too.
Yeah, I did. I gave you some
gave me
money.
like $150 or something like that. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's more than I make now. Sometimes.
Yeah. So yeah, that was and then fast forward a little bit from there, we I guess stayed in touch through the whole music thing, and you ended up working at Flurry's back in the day for a while. Well, how long were you there? Like a couple years, right?
I think it was 3 or 4. Like I was part-time for a while because it was really good.
Like a far commute, right? Like
I was like 45 minutes or whatever, but it was like my day job didn't pay the bill, so like I was like, oh, it's a cool place where I can do what I'm kind of good at and just listen to the cool music all day. Like that was a perk on top of it. So
yeah, because we have always had the Spotify.
Yeah, absolutely. In the kitchen. Pumping in the kitchen, dude. Yeah.
Yep. Which is another connection that we have is Joe Samba, because of course we have to mention him on every single episode that we do.
Or Super Nothing, or some sort of Easter egg for Super Nothing.
Yes, there's always got to be like a Matt the Sax mention or something. But the first time that I had ever heard of Joe Samba was because of you when you were working for me. Mm-hmm. You were like, have you heard of Joe Sambo and the Goons? And I was like, no. I was like, no. That
is a
like...
weird thing to say to somebody.
Yeah. So you were like, dude, you're going to love it. And I did. I put it on, and Joe's been one of my favorites ever since. And so like, I don't want to take over everything here, but I want to really like give people some insight on who you are and stuff like that.
Yeah, why is this guy always here? Why is this band playing here?
Yeah, I mean, you've been playing Surfside since the very beginning, and every summer we love it. But you are also like one of the most like knowledgeable guys in this genre that I've ever spoken to. Like, you know every band and every detail of every band, and it's the coolest thing ever. So I kind of want to like talk about that stuff a little bit.
Absolutely.
And what like brought you to this genre and how that all happened for you.
Yeah, have we ever talked about that? Maybe slightly.
I feel like maybe we have. I think I have my ideas, but I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's just it's more than just it's a hobby. It's like I wear branding of just everybody I like, the bands I like to represent. And you see it through my music, and it's one of those genres I can take things from everything I listen to and kind of make it my own and do this reggae genre fusion. But where it started, you're wondering?
Yeah, like when did it begin for you? What was the first thing?
It was a 2009. I was a late boomer in this whole thing. I grew up a fundamental Baptist Christian, not listening to this genre of music. But I was always like
fundamentalist Baptist Christian.
I was always very like ingrained in the church and the music stuff, because that was like the part of the religious thing I liked the most.
Right.
Was like I had a choir class, so I had to be good at it to get a good grade. You know what I mean? We were doing handbells for like Christmas, which is the Christmas singing part of fucking church is the shit. It's my favorite, dude. You're singing hymns, and do you
still like go and listen to it? Or
like if I hear it, it comes on, and I'm like just like, yeah. I mean, and when you're out in Target or something, your Christmas, like you think about that stuff. But
nice.
No, like because but I was always ingrained in that, and it was when I graduated, like I played guitar through all those years, and I kind of listened to a little secular music, nothing too off the beaten road of what I was supposed to, because it was you could only listen to certain types of music. So what type of guitar, like tell me, because every time I see you're just like skanks.
like that's the way you play guitar now.
That's not how I learned.
Of course,
I took lessons like when I was in high school, and I got my first guitar probably when I was like 15.
Right.
So I took lessons in high school with an instructor, and I was like, there's just all these songs I want to learn that because I played music with my dad when I was a kid because my dad lived up here in New Hampshire for a while. And he was like a very grungy, like he listened to a lot of Slayer, a lot of Alice in Chains.
I remember the first time I ever saw a picture of your dad, I was just like, holy shit.
Dude, he looks like Kid Rock.
He does.
Yeah.
He's like a thin dude, and he's just like, he had like some
long
hair. Yeah, I was
dude, we played Kid Rock. Like we made a stage downstairs in our apartment basement out of like pallets and can lights. He had like a first act drum set, a BC Rich Warlock guitar.
That's cool.
And it was just like we were playing Rock Band when I was like 10, 11. So like we were doing stuff like that, and that was kind of like music has always been there, but like I don't know, I really got inspired with a lot of Chili Peppers.
Okay. Because
I figured out the Chili Peppers when I graduated high school, and I was like, that John Frusciante, watching him play guitar, like the funk, which it almost goes into like the reggae genre, but the funk and the way the guitar was played, the first song I ever wanted to learn was Under the Bridge. And like my guitar teacher taught me that. So bar chords come in handy there.
Cool.
And then I went off into other genres. My sister, when I graduated high school, this is probably a year or two after I was in college for a bit, gave me the Sublime self-titled. Never heard of Sublime before.
I got Sublime from my sister too. That's funny.
And this is like, I'm already like 18 or 19 by this time, and I've never heard Sublime.
That's the exact age I was.
Because I never really listened to the radio. Like I listened to 90s music and stuff. Like I think I knew what I got, but I didn't listen to that band or anything.
Right.
And I heard Wrong Way. And just like...
It's the one that got me too.
Yeah, I think it was Wrong Way when I first put that whole album on. I'm like...
Isn't that weird? Because
like,
now
what is this?
I look back now, and I think that What I Got and Santeria, which were released prior to Wrong Way, I look at them as like better songs. But like Wrong Way just has something... That's the exact song that got me too.
It perfectly encapsulates that genre.
It does,
really, really well.
And Z-Man's like a cop running with a
and it was
baton.
the video too. Like it was just, what am I listening to? And that album is what obviously turned me on to Sublime, and like just the flow of that whole album. Every song on it is just, dude. What can you say about it?
It's amazing.
It's banger after banger after banger, and that at that time, that's when the whole Sublime with Rome revival talks were happening.
Right.
And it was probably like a month or two after this. So this is when I start researching Sublime, and I'm like, I want to find all these B-sides. I want to get into this genre more. Like I'm listening to Sublime Pandora, and like they opened me up to these other bands. So like some of the first reggae rock songs I ever heard was Cali Girl by Ballyhoo. Like, oh, this is really cool. Who is this?
Yep.
And then Falling by Iration. This is all on the radio. And it just blew up my mind to this genre of music. And all these other bands I didn't know existed. Rebelution. I love the Courage to Grow is one of my favorite albums. Like they had a completely different singer. They had two singers at that time, and nobody really knows that. And I love the history of stuff like that.
Nice.
Because like because I started, like 2008, 09 or whatever. And yeah, dude, that's how that book opened up. And just seeing the Sublime with Rome stuff at the Cypress Hill Smokeout, that set, watching that set online, seeing that kid do that for the first time, I'm like,
I was impressed by it too.
Yeah,
I really was, and I was like a diehard Sublime fan,
and me not.
I wanted to like it though. Like I was so excited to see Bud and Eric back on stage again as Sublime. Not even Sublime with Rome yet. They were just
they
Sublime.
played that show as Sublime.
Yeah, and I thought Rome did a killer job. Really,
I go back and I listen to that set all the time.
Nice.
Because like, it's for me. I was looking up who Sublime was at that time.
Yep.
So like those crossed paths with me, and I resonated a lot with Rome because it was like I was playing guitar and...
Well, you sound like him. You have his inflection or whatever like they call that. Like you have his style. I think that my and maybe this is just my opinion, but I've always felt like your playing and singing style is sort of in line with his.
100%.
Like you almost like picked it up from him.
If you listen to that, like if you're ingrained in it, like you and I are, people notice that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there are people that like the whole Sublime with Rome Sublime project, whatever. It was a thing.
Right.
But he was one of the main guys that influenced me to go play that music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did a Sublime cover. Could do Brad's version, but I kind of just took Brad's version and Rome's version. I kind of packed it together to make my own.
Yep.
Like I learned Slow Ride by watching Rome play it. Like,
that's cool.
And
I think it's super interesting how, like, our stories are so different yet so the same. Like the same song literally got us into Sublime. Like this happened to me in '96.
Yeah.
You know, it happened to you in '09 or whatever it was. And it's interesting, like you heard these other bands, like back in those days there were no other bands. There was Slightly Stoopid. I think I found them in like '99, and it was on like Napster. And it was a song, it was the song Mexico. So it might have been 2000,
Yeah.
but I think it was '99. And it was labeled like Sublime Bootleg Mexico. And I was listening to it and I was like, that doesn't, like, it sounds like it could be Brad, but it's not something I've ever heard. Like, what is this? And then a little more digging, I discovered Slightly Stoopid. But at the same time, like 99, 2000, 2001, I guess, the Long Beach Dub All-Stars thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, because I just missed Brad. Like, he came, the Warped Tour came through Long Island, where I'm from, in '95, and friends of mine went, and I didn't really care. I didn't really know. I was like so grunge heavy at that time.
Yeah.
I didn't care about like alternative bands from California. I was like, that's just stupid. But my buddy Owen, he's got this sick, I'll give this to Tyler to put up. It's a great picture. It's like this super like old school looking photo of Brad, Eric, and Bud up on the stage at Nassau Coliseum in '95 at the Warped Tour, and he like sent me that picture years ago. So like to finally catch Long Beach Dub All-Stars and seeing Bud and Eric play on a stage together was like, for my 20-year-old self at the time, whatever, early 20s, I was like, my head was exploding. Like I loved it. So like I got into it that way, and then found Slightly Stoopid, and then Pepper happened like 02, 03, like in San Diego where I was living at the time. And I got to tell Kaleo that story. Like it was so cool because at first I wanted to hate it. I wanted, like, this is like, these are just bands that
They're just trying to sound
they just
like,
want to sound like my favorite band. Like I don't like you. And I end up loving them and all of the stuff that's come from it. And it's just been cool for me to, like, I've been there since the beginning, kind of just watching this whole thing happen and hearing from you, like, slightly younger guys about how you guys get into it. It's very, very intriguing to me.
Yeah, and then it was sky's end from there. Like, the amount of bands, like, I love and listen to, dudes, there's too many.
Right.
And I'm always very, like, I think me and you are kind of in that where we're very, I don't say we're particular about what we like, but we know what we like.
Yep.
And that's where we kind of fall in line with a lot of bands. We're like,
we're like musical soulmates, me and you. We like very much the same things.
I say that a lot because I'll listen to something that I don't know if you've ever heard, and I'm like, I think Steve will like this a lot.
Yep.
So I'll send him along something. Or,
Dylan gets me. Okay.
Yeah. Or I have something like super, super cool that I found like super old, like that.
Yep.
That's like a super old Sublime bootleg or something.
We
or
bond
like,
over the early movement stuff.
Because
the first album, it's great.
And I argue with Morgan on this too, because she loves the movement.
New movement.
She loves the new movement.
Yep.
She thinks Ways of the World, amazing album.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's her favorite album. She says the best movement album, and I'm like, I get that. It's a wonderful, amazing album.
I respect what you're saying, babe, but
I navigate this end because I find it more, I don't know, I think more impressive, more raw.
Yeah.
Because if you miss Sublime.
Yeah, I think that's what you and I agree on. It's that, like, that raw, like, reggae-rock stuff. It's not that overproduced, like
100%.
It's too much almost. And I'm not being disrespectful about
exactly,
any of it.
100%. It's
we just like that raw stuff.
I love that stuff too.
Yeah.
It's the thing. Yep. It's just, what are you prioritizing to listen to? You know what I mean?
It depends on my
Am I going to listen to Purpose for the 9,000th time from an album from 2006? I don't know. something like that.
Yep. I hear you, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. The old movement is underrated, and I think for like early reggae rock hip hop, and like knowing the circumstances of how those guys recorded that album, knowing that like it wasn't even full instrumental, that it was just two dudes, a guitar and a DJ, and having something that sick come out.
Yep.
It's almost like a mixtape.
Yep.
But it's got that feel where it's like, I want to write something like this.
Yep.
Because
It's very authentic. It feels very authentic to me.
I've been getting that feeling kind of when I hear Little Stranger and like Jarve. You get
Yes.
like these guys that spit in the reggae rock genre,
Yep.
and it reminds me of that.
Oh.
And that's
I've
kind of where
never
the
heard that.
crossover for me. That's why I like Jawadi so much, dude.
Yep, yep.
Because he's still doing that, but he can do the melodic reggae stuff. Awesome. There's people who do it amazing, and that guy, that's why he's on a Mount Rushmore reggae rock for me, dude. Is like,
Yeah, so I've heard you say that. So Dillan has his reggae rock Mount Rushmore. So,
I'm just like, it's
now for you young kids out there who aren't good with geography or history, the Mount Rushmore has the 4 president heads. What was
Yeah.
it like? Teddy Roosevelt, George Washington, Thomas
Lincoln.
Jefferson, and Lincoln.
Yeah.
So you have 4 picks. Is it bands or is it people?
it changes too. So,
Okay.
Um.
So like, I
Well,
want to hear.
I would say like when I talk about that, I don't mean it's like it's my absolute favorite.
End all be all.
But
just
it's
stuff
like who's influenced me the most in terms of how I project Super Nothing or Dylan Super as a solo thing. Just as like my stuff sounds a lot like this. And it's yeah, it's that.
there. So who is it right now?
Well, it's Jawadi. He was my top played
Oh.
Spotify for last year.
Mine was Dirty Heads.
Rome's
It's
on
always
there.
Dirty
Rome's
Heads,
on there
buddy.
all the time, dude. Because I probably wouldn't be playing music live if it wasn't for him. I'd be going to see music, but he kind of gave me the confidence to. This guy's like 19, dude, and he has to fill these big shoes, play in front of a big crowd for the first time.
And you sound like him, so it probably was very much like
Yeah, it was very much. Well, I didn't know I could sound like that either. So you find a thing and you just go
Yep.
with it. And like the back to always change.
the back to.
Like Josh has been on there because he just some of his stuff off like Set Sail is
Yeah.
really much a lot. And Side by Side is a great movement album, and it's all Josh.
Yep.
It's a phenomenal album.
The dude can write a song.
And I mean, I always have either Miles or Kyle on there because I mean, I see Stoopid. How many times have you seen Stoopid? We probably have a competition on who's seen Stoopid more.
I've had to have seen
Sets. I've
150,
I'm probably in the 50 or 60 range.
100 to 150 sets in my life.
So you've doubled me essentially.
I've thought about this, and it's crazy
yeah.
because I lived in San Diego back in those days, and it was like we could go see them at Kane's Bar and Grill, and they played that, not all the time, but it was, often enough where I saw them there a few times, and I've seen them so many times through the last 25, 30 years, whatever it is. Like
They're both on my list constantly. Because
do you have like a favorite one of them, or is it like does it depend on your mood?
So
type of thing?
it's not a mood. It's a they're both amazing musicians, but I like Kyle spits obviously, and watching him play a bass and a guitar is just a little more impressive than watching Miles. Because the way he does it, he's very Hendrix like in his playing. Like when he plays bar chords, he doesn't play them as a bar chord. He uses his thumb, and that gives you a lot more diversity when it comes to soloing, and the way he hits bar chords, the way his pedal work is insane. So like I look at that stuff as like a musician.
Gotcha.
You watch what other people do, and you're like, what he did right there is that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
And that's what I appreciate about a lot of the bands we listen to too. It's not only
You
they
like
make good music.
You like the technical
Yeah,
aspect.
like I don't know what they're using all the time for gear and stuff, but like I look at their stuff and I'm like, I ask them, I'm like, here's a perfect example of that. Our good friends Higher Ed, Danny had a pedal they have a specific like reggae rock sound I love.
Yep.
So
I'm so glad you're bringing them up because they are like our favorite.
Yeah, they're a great three
higher education.
Yeah, higher education band.
College Park,
Maryland.
Go listen to them after you finish watching this.
Like, I bought the same pedal that Danny uses because I like the way specifically the wahs on their songs sound when he's playing guitar, and just stuff like small things like that. Mm-hmm. Like I'm like, oh, I can make a sound like that to make something I play sound as cool as that. And like, I just, you look at people's gear and you're like, that's why I started playing a Fender Strat when I started. Yeah. Was Rome played a Fender Strat.
There's a dude on YouTube who is like obsessed with pedals, and he tries to like match all the Nirvana songs. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but like it's the coolest thing. But
I get that.
It's very, I guess, I love like your technical take on all of it.
And I'm not even like that technical. It's just from, it's what you have to like figure out as a musician. Like,
well, just it's because it's an artistic expression. Yeah. You're liking that specific thing that higher ed's doing. So let me bring that into my sound. Like
I use their wah pedal, and I use the same delay pedal that Stoopid uses, and a lot of people in our genre use, and it just turns into like a sound that I think sounds like what my musical influences I listen to sound like. Yeah. It's not pinpoint to one of them, but you'll see those if you're in our genre, and like that's why we can like play covers of our bands that like I love, because I know what it sounds like. My stuff kind of sounds like that. So it's a lot of that. I mean, like, look at Ian, dude. Like when Ian joined our band as our bass player, he had no pedals. And then he got into the music we listened to, and he really loves Pacifier and Ted and Will and all those guys. Oh, yeah. A lot of his pedals and his bass work, I mean, he's an amazing bass player.
He is.
But
he really
like
is.
You can hear like, oh, there's some Pacifier sounds in there.
Nice.
Like, and we're all kind of like that in our band. We all like certain things, and we all kind of bring them in as a band to create this whole reggae rock sound. That's why you say reggae rock. Yep. You don't know what's gonna come out.
Yeah, we've had some great bands play, and every year, like the crowds that the people's like reaction to you guys playing is just. It's one of the top shows of our summer.
Well, we also try to play to the crowd a little bit too.
Yeah.
Like, we have songs people know. Like,
yeah, you guys do a lot of covers, and you're covering a lot of the bands that we've been talking about.
Oh yeah, people love us playing Elovaters covers because they can't see them anymore because they're not around here as much. You know what I mean?
You got to go to like Colorado.
And it's cool. See them. It's cool to do that too in random places in New Hampshire, and like. You find fans of those bands, and like they come up to you like, "Hey, that was a really cool version of that Elevator song you play." I'm like, "We play these because we we love this music. This song sounds sick. Let's do it." And I learn it on my own, and the band learns it. It's a very cool thing that a lot of people love.
Every summer you've been playing. What is it like? The last 3 years you've been playing that the Meadowbrook Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion.
Yes,
opening like you have that little
the hazy little stage.
Yes, the hazy little stage.
It's all weird how that happened too.
That's so cool. So that's always for the Slightly Stoopid.
It's always because I ask. Like it's not like we don't automatically get it, but like I'm like, dude,
can we just keep doing this?
We kind of sound like Slightly Stoopid is my favorite band on the planet. Like here's some of this stuff. It sounds very similar to what this is. Yeah. And it's just a cool thing that. If I reach out, I get, and I'm happy to do it.
Nice. So would you say Slightly Stoopid's your favorite of everything?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because I like to say, like, if you had to pick a band to represent the world in terms of, like,
what the genre is.
A battle of the bands for all the worlds or in a universe, like, I'd pick Slightly Stoopid just because.
Musically, they're so superior to like everything. They're insane.
Watching
Paulie Wollstonecroft back, just
watching them
just killing
everybody watching everybody do everything to a key precision.
Yep.
And they take I think they take that reggae rock thing to the highest peaks because they do everything. They hit on all those genres that everybody likes. If you want to jam, you can jam. If you want some hip hop, here's some hip hop. Yeah.
Yep.
If you want some ska, here's some ska. If you want some punk, we'll just kick everybody else off the stage and be 3 guys and play a punk song for you.
Could not have described that anymore.
I can't say it any better because
That's it.
it's peak reggae rock at its finest. Like,
Couldn't agree more.
I'm sorry, but I disagree with everybody's opinions. There's a lot of great bands, but
earlier we were talking about Dirty Heads, and I think that I completely agree with you on the Slightly Stoopid front, but I think that if I had to, I mean, my Spotify yearly thing
Yeah, it tells
confirms
you.
this, like Dirty Heads is my favorite band to listen to, and they're like, I don't know how to really verbalize it because they do everything in
Yeah.
that same sense, but different. It's like more just alternative, like alternative.
Yeah, they do what they
rock
want.
Or,
They don't
yeah,
care.
it's so like,
And
the
it-
bass is heavy, and you get these weird little piano keys and like just everything, like Jared's lyrics, and I love the Dirty Heads
I've talked to
song.
Jared about that too, and I was like, I think it was on the last the tour they were on with Slightly Stoopid. Was it last year or the year before?
I think, yeah.
I ran into him when we were backstage, and I was like, you guys should make a soundtrack, like do a movie score. I think the Dirty Heads would make a great,
Yeah.
like, because like you said, they're alternative. They don't need to fit any genre,
Yep.
and it works every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every album is different or similar,
Yep.
and it hits on all notes.
Yep.
Like,
This this bus we're sitting in is the Burn Slow bus, and it's because of the Dirty Head song "Burn Slow." For a very long time, that song was like
Tech Nine, dog.
Tech Nine.
That
That song is insane. to
that
me.
song got me into a lot of Tech Nine because I
Oh,
didn't
he's
listen to
sick.
Tech Nine either.
Same.
And then because I don't
Same.
listen to a lot of hip hop,
Same.
like super, because I don't like the super mainstream stuff. I don't listen to a lot of Drake or like Kendrick Lamar. But you give me anybody on Tech Nine's label, and I'll pretty much listen to it without no problems. Like I went through a phase where I listened to a lot of strange music artists, like Joey Cool, Chris Calico, a lot of tech, and he does a lot of collaborations with people, and it's all independent, and it's very much like, this is what musicians should look up to, even though they're all hip hop. Like, and Mayday, dude, Mayday's sick. It's like one of the first bands. Like, I saw Mayday at the Middle East in Boston. Because I did go through a phase where I went to a couple like strange music shows. Like I saw Cess Crew at the Shaskeen in Manchester, and that was sick. They're a hip hop duo under strange music.
During one of your blackouts or something.
No, it was completely sober. This is when I worked at in one of the rehabs or whatever. But yeah, dude, it's wild. It's completely independent. So it's fun how when you listen to bands, they feature people. That opens up another door, an avenue to listen to them and the music they listen to.
Sure.
It's a never ending.
Yep.
I mean,
Network of.
yeah, you can discover new bands every day,
Sure.
and it's almost impossible to keep up.
Yep.
But then you've got your awesome sauce. You go back to like the Dirty Heads and Slightly Stoopid, and I do love the Dirty Heads.
Yeah.
Any Port in a Storm is, I would put as like a top 10 album for me of all time. Just the amount of diversity they show on a first album is pretty insane.
See, I think I'm partial to their self-titled.
Oh, the self-titled is phenomenal.
It's like
It's kind of hard to pick one.
It was not expected. That album was like, I remember this is when the Dirty Heads hate started.
Yeah.
Because they did Any Port in a Storm, and it was very like kind of reggae rock. It was kind of in that groove, and then the self-titled thing comes out, and it's like, what the what is this? And I think it upset a lot of people, but I remember listening to that album the first couple of times and being like, what is going on? And then before I knew it, I was like addicted to it.
Yeah,
like,
it's a
love
phenomenal
it.
album.
And that, like, I'm so appreciative of Dirty Heads because they opened up like my perspective to different music and the different sounds, and
I think they just write good songs.
they do. And I love how lyrically they're kind of like the way the Beastie Boys were, where like they're goofing around about a lot
Yeah.
of shit, but it's like brilliantly done. But the Dirty Heads bring this like you can get a song like Moon Tower or like they're like love songs or these deep meaningful songs, but then you got like Sloth's Revenge, Crazy Bitches, like it's so diverse and I fucking love them for that.
Yeah.
I feel like the Dirty Heads keep me young.
A live Dirty Head show, you can feel
The bass.
every different. Yes, but obviously yes.
Shout out Dave Forrell.
But you can feel, because going to concerts is like you're going to listen to music, but you're feeling emotions and whatnot. Like I don't want to get at a deep level with it, but that's what it's like. Because the Dirty Heads can take you across a spectrum of different feelings, and you get hype. You got, here's a pretty song. Here's like a love song. Here's everything in one thing that hits on all notes. And that might be the reason. I don't know. I don't get the hate. I've never hated the Dirty Heads. I love the Dirty Heads.
But I'm saying like there's been so much like we kind of talked about this a little before the podcast, but like Rome has received a lot of hate because, you know, he's trying to, you know, take over Sublime or whatever. All the Sublime people were pissed. And like the Dirty Heads, like you just hear all this nonsense like Jared's voice, or like they played the same song twice at Closer to the Sun. And it's like, have you ever followed a band anywhere? Like they do the whole set the same.
Bro, we've been doing
night
the same.
after
We've
night
been doing
after
a lot
night.
of the same set for like 70 years.
I don't mind hearing the same song twice once in a while. Like
Yeah.
that's cool. Like to bash a band like Dirty Heads for something like that is just I don't understand. I don't.
No, I might be just forced or something, but
I think people just suck and they like bitching on the internet for no reason. That's what I think.
oh, haters, man. Haters gonna
I think
hate.
if you got haters though, you're really doing something.
And like you
right.
said, they're one of those live shows that there's a few bands that do this. And a lot of bands have super, super good live shows. Some you go and they're like the same thing you've seen before. Mm-hmm. They're a band that every time I feel like I see them, they get better. And there's a couple other bands that are like that. If you've been watching them for like, 10, 15 years or whatever.
Yep.
Like the first time I saw them was on the first Sublime with Rome show I went to in Guilford, because they were the opener.
Yep.
That's when I met them too, because they were doing like a, they hide like a meet and greet around Meadowbrook somewhere, and they
Yep.
give you clues through text to find it.
Yep.
And we found one, so it was like a meet and greet. We met
That's cool.
all of them. I was a little chubster in it. It's really funny.
I have a
like, I didn't
chubby
know-
picture of myself.
I
meeting
didn't
with
know.
them.
Yeah, I didn't know who they were. Like I was there to see Rome and like the Sublime the first time.
Yeah.
The first tour they went on.
Like you're talking 2009,
This
10?
was 2010. Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw them at Irving what
Irvine.
Irving Center. It was somewhere in New York City. I have the ticket stub. It was the first Sublime with Rome tour.
Yeah,
and
that tour
Dirty
was
Heads
awesome.
opened, and that was the first time I saw them. And I remember like not understanding like what is this? Who are these guys? But I loved it.
Yeah, I was the same boat. I
Yep.
think we probably saw them both at the same time.
Same tour,
and-
like same week.
Yeah,
Probably.
that was one of the first actual almost live concerts I ever went to.
Wow.
I wasn't going to like anything before that prior, like because I wasn't super. Again, I was grew up in a Christian household and couldn't really do all that. So like in my head, that was very much new to me.
Yep.
So seeing that live is even more like inspiring. I bought front row tickets for it. I was like, this is gonna be sweet. And there's actually still video of that whole Sublime with Rome set on the internet.
Oh really?
Yeah.
From Guilford.
From Guilford, the first time like Rome went on tour with them, so it's really cool to watch. So
I gotta watch that.
I could find it for you. I have it. I've watched it probably recently. I go back and I watch a lot of sets that I've seen.
861 views by Dylan.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I do that with Limp Bizkit. Like, do you like Limp Bizkit, right?
So again, when I was talking about my dad,
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit was one of those bands that we listened to a lot because he had a big book of CDs.
Yeah.
There was like Kid Rock in there.
I have a Kid Rock story.
Yeah,
too.
there was like a Kid Rock in there. There was hot dog, chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water. Just grunge albums, Jar of Flies by Alice in Chains, and yeah, dude, and it was, yeah, dude, they're Limp Bizkit got a lot of haters too, but
yes, they do.
Limp Bizkit's sick, dude.
They are the sickest.
Just like watching them now is crazy.
Well, that's what got me. Like, so when I was very much like I was going to bars when Limp Bizkit was a thing back in the late 90s. Like, I'm that old, and I remember all of us being like, this shit is ridiculous. Like, what is like? But like, we all secretly loved the, like, Nookie, and like the songs were so beyond catchy, but like you like loved to hate it type of thing. And I just remember like the whole like new metal thing kind of going away and kind of being like glad it did. I didn't really love it, and then like fast forward probably, I don't know, maybe it was 2022, 2023, like Limp Bizkit kind of got back together and started touring and stuff again. And one night
it was like
after
Lollapalooza or something like that. Their first show was,
I think so,
a
yeah.
couple
But
years ago,
this was like, I don't know if it was that specific like festival or whatever, but it was something that they were on a few years ago, and I like, we closed Surfside for the night, and I was like downstairs. I had like the music on in the dining room and bar, like I had it on the TVs. And I was like blown away by how good they were. And I'm like, these dudes are like 50s. Like, what the fuck? Like, Fred Durst is like old. Like, he's 50.
he totally embraced it too.
And he's become like my favorite. Like, he's my favorite. Fred
Durst's lack of give a fuck now is
I love
he's just gonna go out and just do whatever he wants.
Yep, as he should.
I get that though. It's one of those things. I don't get it. Like, it was, people thought it was like really dumb or something, and I'm like,
it was like,
I get it.
He's
but
like trying too hard, kind of thing. And I think that's what, like, maybe
this dude
that
walking around in a
maybe
red
that
Yankees
intimidated
hat,
us. Like, maybe we were kind of jealous of it. We didn't realize it, or we just thought he was a dude. I don't know.
He had the nookie. Stick it up your yeah.
Yeah, stick it up your yeah. All
perfect
right,
way to censor it too.
Yeah.
All right, Fred. He says. Dude,
I'll have you on here someday, Fred.
Yeah, dude, your Fred Durst content is.
Oh, yeah.
I probably have a lot of the views on that.
Yeah, the one
I just sit there and I'm like,
the
this
one
is
on
ridiculous.
TikTok has like 12,000 views. And
this guy's at his
11,000
burger
of them.
joint by himself, just like vibing out to. And
So
I'm like, it's amazing.
I did that on Thanksgiving Day. We were closed, and it was actually a nice day. I had the bug. I took the bug out, and I'm like, I'm bringing my tripod and my camera, and I'm gonna do this. And it was hilarious. It was
Sometimes
it was fun.
I literally laugh out loud watching your content because I worked here, so like I know the shenanigans that Steve is kind of like getting himself into. And Morgan's like, what? Steve just Limp Bizkit into his restaurant.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yep, it's fun.
Limp Bizkit's phenomenal.
If you don't like have fun, what's the point?
Well, yeah, just be yourself, dude.
Yep.
And I feel like you're just yourself, and it shows.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I like real people.
I'm trying.
That's why we've connected for a while.
Yep.
Been a while.
How many times have you been to Closer to the Sun? 4?
I think this year was 3.
3.
I think 3. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Do you
This year was by far the
best one.
I don't know. Like, every year is really, really amazing. But
I agree.
I think we kind of branched out a little bit more in terms of being a little more social with people.
Yep.
Which I tried to do.
I had the best time this one. Likely because Joe Samba was there with me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just having been doing this podcast for a little bit and like knowing a lot of the people. Like, we were backstage during like the Elovaters set, and like everyone back there has been on this podcast or in the Surfside kitchen, and
you're gonna see a billion people you know.
It was so much fun. But I went to the 2016. It was year 2.
That's when it was at the first resort.
The first resort.
Sapphire.
Sapphire, yes. And I think it was Tribal Seeds, maybe Dirty Heads, or that might have been the year after.
Stick Figure.
I think
Stick's been every year.
Maybe.
Except last year.
Maybe.
It was the best one.
I think Modest Yahoo was there. I feel like I went, no, it was once. Once to now Sapphire, and the rest has been Hard Rock.
Because they were only there for like 3 years, right?
I don't know if it was 2. I think it was
It,
2.
it looked like it was way.
It was so small.
Yeah.
So small. It was so good.
That
The
cool-
stage is right on the
Yeah,
ocean.
dude, that ocean beach stage, like an
Yeah.
actual beach, is like
Yeah.
that's what we've seen, and we're like, oh damn.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then seeing like OGT, like playing down here, Van, and then playing down, like all like you see cool like
I
music
saw
stuff. but, like,
Miguel's band, Perro Bravo,
yes,
play
4 on the
at
Floor,
Now
baby.
Sapphire. Dude, what a fucking great album that is. And I got to meet Miguel. I got a picture with Miguel. That was like the highlight of that for me. And there was also a Stoopid set in the lobby that Kyle came out up. The stage was maybe a foot tall, and he like jumped out and he was like moshing with all of us, and I ended up slipping on someone's beer, and he like helped me up, and I was embarrassed, and
it felt like the movement at Flurries. 30 people.
yeah, there was 30 people there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, those guys have gone a long way, I would say, from 30 people at Surfside. Flurries.
Oh, dude, like we also went to, me and Morgan went to multiple shows that Paul like put on.
Yes,
he would always bring them.
Remember Scores Bar and Grill in Concord? That was the first.
No, that
time.
was in Keene.
Keene, yes, Keene.
Keene,
My
yes,
bad, Keene.
absolutely. They had played in a room that had like poles that were like right in front of the stage.
I think that Scores.
That was Scores because they had like a really weird back room because it wasn't in like the main, because it was a sports bar, so they had like a sports look to it.
Yeah.
So like I think that was like the second or third show I ever saw them.
I think that was 2013.
Yep, that was when Side by Side came out, and they were playing a lot of stuff of that. And that's when they had Brendan touring with them, Olific from Stick Figure.
Yeah, Brendan Dane. He came to
What a
Surfside.
nice guy.
He's great. He's another Sublime historian. I actually want to get him on this pod. He's
Well, dude, he's right up the road.
His parents,
like a portion of the summer. Yeah,
yes,
I
his
keep
parents
meaning to
have
reach
a
out to
place
him
over there in
like,
Wolfboro, and
yeah.
I'd
I
love
ran
to
into
have
him last year.
He's a great dude.
I ran
Very
into him
talented
last year at Closer, and we talked for a bit.
Yep.
It was he's super knowledgeable, and his stuff is really good by himself, and a lot of the people he works with.
Yep.
Great guy.
And he's like kind of out in San Diego, I think, the rest of the time, right?
Oh yeah, he's playing at the Harp all
He's
the
always
time
at the
now.
Harp
It's
at
cool.
Miles' place. Yep.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
No, I've never been to San Diego.
I've been there a couple times.
It's just a.
Miles is never there though.
It's just
Like,
it's just a dive bar.
Where's Miles?
Right?
It's an Irish pub
I get
type
that,
of
yeah,
place.
yeah.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't call it a
super
dive,
super
but
long stage.
yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, if
I had
we're
the
ever-
wings
If
there,
we're ever
actually.
out
The
there,
wings are
we're gonna
fantastic.
go because that's like a. They always like have like weird pop up things
Yep.
happen too.
Yep.
Kind of gives you that like. I'd love to see Slightly Stupid play in there. You know what I mean?
Would be cool.
Early like '90s type
Well,
show.
they did that like
They did that.
that would be sick. Like
Yeah.
a stripped down 3-piece Slightly Stupid. Yes.
They play that.
Guys,
they
please
just play
do that. The other
only
thing
punk.
The other thing I want to say to Slightly Stupid, please guys, I need you to cover In Too Deep, Back to the Hotel. They need to cover that song. It's got the best bass line. It's got that like West Coast rap style to it.
Yeah.
And it's got that little like it's so good. I think Slightly Stupid would absolutely kill
Who would
that
play
song.
the bass on that one?
I think Miles is better. I like watching Miles play bass.
He's a lot. He's got that like super
He's smooth,
super
He's just
tight feel.
and Kyle's.
I mean,
got
I
a-
like watching him play the bass
Kyle's
too.
is like a.
I prefer
chunkier
watching him
guitar
play
style.
bass and then Kyle play guitar. And
Yes.
then, I mean, watching the swap is cool too, but like,
The swizzle.
yeah, dude, it's insane. More people need to do that.
You and Ian should swizzle.
Oh, Ian doesn't. Yeah, I'm
doesn't-
not. He
he
can
doesn't
play
swizzle.
guitar. Like I think he's a guitar player like first.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I would love to play the bass. I'd love to play the drums too, but
Yeah.
how am I following
There's
that?
only so much time.
How am
in
I
the day,
following
bro.
that guy up? You know what I mean? Like he's
Well, that's another reason why Slightly Stupid's so sick, because they can just switch instruments and just keep sounding sick.
my bass player speaks for himself. I don't. Well, most of the time. He's like Batman at gigs though. Like once we're done, dude, he
He's
escapes
got
before everybody.
He's got Gotham City to save.
Yeah, dude. He's
Love that
He
guy.
showed up. Just
Shout out Ian and Dom.
it's
Love
really
those
hard
guys.
to not stop what I'm doing when I'm playing to watch him.
Yeah.
Because if you want to watch peak bass playing and pedal work, dude, watch that guy. Like he's dialed in every time. If I'm messing up, I look at him to know where I am. Because
Cool.
I might be the leader, dude. I ain't doing. I ain't leading.
Yeah.
Most of the time I am, but
You have a very talented band.
yeah.
Your guys are very.
I say
very
I'm the
talented.
worst one. Because they're all
That's the best part. Though.
they're all phenomenal, and they all come from really cool musical backgrounds. And I mean, I don't even know if you know where a lot of them come from.
I really don't know. Tell us.
Ian played bass, I think, in like I want to say it was like a funk rock type band, and I found him through just a mutual friend. But my drummer I found on a website called bandmix.com.
OnlyFans?
bandmix.com. And it links musicians together like just
That's
like a
great
social
idea.
media.
That's a great idea.
It worked too,
Yeah.
dude. Like cuz he used to play with a band out in Tahoe cuz he worked like the ski resorts up in Tahoe, and he played with a band called Weapon, and they were like a 3-piece reggae rock. So that's why he's super phenomenal at playing. He knows the genre, and he's very much knows what he's doing. Reliable drummer. But he played with his band opened for Del Mar
Oh.
at like
cool.
a random show. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's kind of how it crosses with us. Like how I'm like
So Del Mar was Bud Gau's band?
Bud Gau's band.
Yep.
From
That was
they
quite
used
a
to
few
play
years
out. Yeah,
ago.
they used to play out in Reno a
Like
bunch.
Reno, yep.
Yeah, so like I was like, oh, that's a really weird, cool crossover.
It is.
He also played with Thrive out of California, so he's been playing reggae rock for a while, and then he went to college with my guitar player Andrew.
Yep.
So he's like, I got this guy. He's for we used to play in bands together. We went to college and stuff in Lowell, and
Lowell, Mass.
yeah, Lowell, Mass.
Heard
They
it's
both
nice
went to
there
UMass
this time
Lowell.
of year.
We used to play there this time of year, and it's not. Load in, load outs is terrible.
You don't say.
But yeah, Andy joined a couple of years ago, and he's just completely in music. I mean, he teaches orchestra for I think 6th through 12th. Plus he does music lessons. Plus he does composing for independent films, which he's like winning awards for and stuff.
That's cool.
So it's
I feel like your band's like just whole professionalism sort of elevated when Andrew joined.
yes, yeah. He's very much, like, guys, what are we doing? Like,
Yep.
like I do that, but then you get busy and you have another guy that helps you out, and we all kind of like have
Take
kind
a
of
little of the load off of
yeah.
you. Yep.
And Matt helped with that too a lot. Shout out Matt the Sax.
Sax.
He'll
Man,
probably come back this summer for a
North
couple
Carolina
shows.
doesn't even know how lucky it is to have that guy.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Didn't he just post a statue of Dale Earnhardt?
Yeah,
I'd
he
say,
goes to
like,
the races
just
a lot.
the most random thing.
He goes to the races a lot.
He's playing the national anthem at like
Gillette Stadium.
AA level like baseball games.
He did it for the Revs game at Gillette Stadium.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he
which
did.
is super cool.
That
dude.
is
Like,
sick. Yeah.
I'm like,
that's
how's it
sick.
feel to play in a stadium? It's like, it's weird,
Yeah.
like because you hear it coming back to you,
Yeah.
so it's really strange.
And so he's always like playing guitar. He too does like church music and stuff. Like, what a talented guy.
Yeah, best.
And he loves cats.
Yeah,
As do
and he-
you. How
yeah.
many cats do you have? Two, three?
Two
Scal and
Scal, our ginger cat,
Yep.
and then Tater Tot, who's we've been calling
Tots.
her Butterball because she's like, dude, she's this
Getting
fat,
fatter.
she's this fat gray thing with a pouch that swings when she runs.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
just I couldn't ask for a better lineup of people
Yep.
for reliability and just easygoing, and we all kind of just have a good democracy thing going, and it works for what we do.
So none of you are in the Epstein files.
No Epstein files. I
None of you
promise
really
you
look
that.
like baby eaters, so
No,
I think we're
no.
good.
I just babysat them for a while at one of my jobs. So
Well, I'm looking forward to you guys playing at Surfside more this year, and I really look forward to more new music from you guys.
yeah, I think in terms of the whole Super Nothing project, that's like our biggest thing we haven't done. We just play so much.
Yep.
Like it's anywhere in the 20 to 40 shows a summer. Like, and we're all 9-to-5ers. So it's like it's been we were able to do some stuff this summer, which has been awesome.
Yep.
We released a couple tracks and we're playing them out live, and it's really, really fun. We got one coming out soon, and I'm supposed to work with Andy on a couple more things and ideas. He's been really good because he's kind of been that like an idea guy, because he's always in the studio just mixing things up.
Right. You guys should just set aside like a day a month or something where it's like this Tuesday where everybody shows up at 7 p.m. and you just
we keep
force each other to like.
We keep trying that.
You should really, like you should be less democracy and more like
it just doesn't
more
work.
dictator.
We just gotta say
we're gonna meet at 7 p.m.
I mean, and when we do that, it works, because when we did that new single with our friend Be Positive, produced by the guys from Sideways, that's what we did. Is like I think it was me, Ian, and Andy just showed up at Andy's house, did the bass line, did the guitar, I did the vocals by myself, and then Andy went to Casey's house and they tracked all the drums. We sent them all out to Trevor, who mixes for Sideways, and that's how that track came to be.
Nice.
So we were able to get us like 3 of us in a location and then go record drums somewhere else. So we all have the capability to do it. It's just
get busy, fellas.
that's the biggest goal for this year, I think.
Nice.
So I mean, I love pushing myself. I want to push myself a little bit more to get that aspect done, because I love new music.
I mean, I love all of that, but I also think that you and I could sit down and do this like all the time and completely just talk about this genre. I mean, we touched on so many things.
Yeah.
Like so much insight, and I feel like we barely scratched the surface, and we've probably been sitting here for well over an hour, right? Like I feel like we've barely scratched the surface with so much.
Yeah.
And I feel like
100%.
I feel like we should do this again.
I'd be okay with that. Like I don't have.
That's how you ask boys out on a date, guys.
I don't
That's
have a
how it's
billion
done.
people to talk to about this. So
Yeah,
like,
so
I do.
We come sit here. It's like looks like it's 80 degrees outside. We're overdressed.
Except we're both have
Next
very
time
heavy
we'll dress
sweatshirts on.
we'll dress like Hawaiians. I'll be Kaleo. You can be Brett.
No,
all right, you can be Kaleo.
I'll get a beard. I'll just take my hat off.
Okay.
And wear a jumpsuit. Right. And I'll be Yee.
And I won't be Brett or Kaleo because I'm certainly not handsome enough.
You could be Tommy from Stick Figure.
That's
a very easy one.
You know, Miles from Slightly Stoopid said that to me one day. He was like, "Bro, you look like Tommy, bro." I'm like, "I know. I'm sorry." He's like, "I thought you were Tommy."
Not as tall.
Yeah. He's just, I'm sorry, Tommy. You're just not as handsome, but. JK.
Oh, man. Good times.
JK, that's probably the opposite.
We were doing this the whole time without the on-air on.
Is it really not on?
No.
Oh, I thought you put it on.
You didn't tell me to put it on.
I didn't?
No.
Oh, my God. Tyler, we're going to have to superimpose that in post. Well,
I noticed that like 45 minutes.
Don't you have that microphone? You're supposed to be like, Steve, you fucked up. Well, I mean, we can't not do it. So
It's that one,
right over
right?
there, buddy, that black button underneath the red one. Make it official. Oh,
See, I like that type
there
of
it
lighting.
is.
I have
There
that
it
type
is.
of lighting in my...
I should
my
have
room.
the rear view mirror of the bus angled right at that on-air sign so I could see. Because I don't have eyes in the back of my
ugly
head.
mug.
Now, I was looking at my Smoke Me Out air freshener with monkey on it.
Custom made?
No.
It just happened to be
happened
a
to look
monkey.
like monkey.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Well, we'll wrap it up. I appreciate you doing this. I love you so much.
Yeah, we're just
buddy.
vibing, dude. I love you
Yes, we should do it again. We can talk about how I did this.
too. I wasn't even here for that day. I tried to get here for that day, too.
Yeah, I remember you couldn't come because of work.
Shitty job.
Yep, you should have quit that shit.
That stuff sucked at a time.
Quit it.
Yeah,
Quit your shitty job and do something cool.
absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, Surfside Live, Dillan Welch from Super
Surfside
Nothing.
Live.
We're out. Don't forget to subscribe.
Hit the button that looks like
Hit
that.
the button that looks like that, and the little bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, man.
Peace out.
Girl Scout.
Yeah, man.